Hello.
Hello.
Wow. Good evening, Hang.
Good evening, teacher.
Yes. Welcome to our class. And it's really nice to see you again this
Yeah, nice
time.
to meet you too.
Wow. So, how was your weekend? Oh, what I mean is, can you hear me clearly, Hang?
Yes, I can hear you
Yes, can you
clearly.
see me clearly too?
Yes,
All right. So my question is today is Wednesday, right? The
mm-hmm.
December 11th. So what did you do? Can you tell something about your day today?
What? Today as usual day. No special, no special thing.
No special. Yeah, so it's just a normal one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question. Are you using a new earphone tonight?
Yes, yes. I am using
A new, it's
the
a new?
headphone.
It's a new? Is it a new
Can
one?
you can you see?
Yeah? Is it a new
No,
one? No,
no.
because I can't hear you very well.
Oh, you can hear you well.
Yes, it's really small voice.
Hmm.
Yes, can you speak again?
Can you see? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but it's not as loud.
Ah, it's not loud. Okay, now, now is it better?
Yes, it's okay now.
Yeah, maybe I speak small. Yeah,
Yeah, and I think it's a mouthpiece. It's a mouthpiece. Yeah, it's a mouthpiece of yours.
yeah.
Yes.
Can you
Okay.
see?
Oh,
Can you hear
sure.
me loudly? Can you
Yeah.
hear me loudly?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's okay now.
yeah.
So, yeah, so the thing that you're talking is it's a normal day for you. So, you can tell any stories of your day to day because it's just a normal day.
Today a little difference with last day
Uh-huh.
because today I come back home earlier earlier and um, I often before I often uh, left our company at 7 o'clock 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
But today I left company at 6 o'clock and I see that is earlier, so I go to my parents to visit my father, and I just come home from my father house.
Oh, I see. So, do you already have your dinner tonight, Hang?
Yes,
All
I have
right.
dinner.
So I think we can start our lesson
Yeah.
for tonight. So anyway, before we start, I just want to ask you something
Yeah.
about what have you learned from our last lesson.
Mm. Last lesson, I learned about the um, suffixes.
Hmm. So prefixes and
Yeah,
suffixes.
suffixes and prefixes.
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 Okay, so what's the difference between the two?
The difference of them is the prefixes. We input and the start of the word and the suffix in the end of the word.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good. Yes, that's it, correct. All right, and also we have some pronunciation, right?
Yeah.
last night, and how to count a syllables in a word, and how to find a stressed syllable itself.
Yeah,
Okay.
stress syllable.
Yeah.
And the pronunciation, the.
Yes. Wow. So I am happy that you still remember that. Okay. So tonight we have this lesson. Okay. So our new lesson is about describing a person.
Yeah.
All right. So as an individual like you, how you describe a person? Do you usually look first the personality, or what I mean is the physical appearance of a person if you're going to describe a person? Yes, how you describe a
How
person?
how describe a person?
Yes,
I
for you.
when I want to describe a person, I often talk about um, their about his or her appearance first, appearance,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, I I would like to talk about the personality, his or her personality. And the third, I would like to talk about why I know his or him or her, and why I'm a friend with him or her, and that means I want to talk about the relationship between me and his or him or her.
Okay. And well, thank you so much for explaining that to me. That's good thing, and that is your way in describing a person, all right? Because as an individual, we have our differences to describe a person. Okay? Maybe if you're going to describe a person is based on his or her physical appearance, all right?
Yeah,
Or maybe the personality inside that they have. Okay? It
yeah,
depends on how you describe it. But the thing is, this brings our lesson tonight because when describing a person, of course, we have to uh, at least be familiar about the structure. Okay? Because in describing a person, you are using an adjective. Am I right?
yeah.
Yes, because adjective, yeah, because when we talk about adjective, are you familiar? What's the definition of adjective? Can you give me?
Adjective.
Yes?
For example, uh, friendly,
All right.
beautiful, pretty, ugly, noisy, talkative, something. Yeah,
Okay, so very good. That's it. Okay, so when we are going to describe a person, we are using an adjective, and an adjective means describing noun or pronoun. Okay, so it can be nouns, right? Places, people, things, situations, or a pronoun as well. So that is an adjective, okay? So how to describe a person? Let's have this one. Okay, so useful language describing a person. So it is important for you to know this or to be familiar with this one. All right, so we have here he's quite or very, okay, plus adjective.
yeah,
Okay, that is the useful language itself. For example, okay, example adjectives friendly and extrovert. All right, so this is an example of adjective friendly extrovert. All right, so you will notice here the use of an action word. Okay. Also, a quite. Basically, it serves as a verb. Alright? And we also use very. Of course, it depends on the person that you are describing. Okay? Plus adjective or and or the thing that is describing noun or pronoun. All right, let's have this one. For example, you are going to describe a negative through a negativity. All right, she's a
Yeah.
bit. You can use she's a bit. Okay, and what is a negative adjective? For example, is untidy or shy. Let's have shy. She's a bit shy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it serves as a negative adjective because shy is in a field of negativity, right? So I am happy that you are not shy in our class. Yes, so it means if I am going to describe you, so I am going to describe you in a positive adjective, alright? Because you are not a shy student. So let's have this one. Okay, it's also another one. He likes or loves, okay, or doesn't mind plus verb plus the plus verb ends in ing. Okay, so he likes, loves, doesn't mind. Okay, that's the example. So he's good at blank, right? Plus the verb ends in ing. Okay, so you will notice here, Hang, the difference between the useful language in describing a person. It can be through a positive sentence, it can be through a negative sentence, alright? And that is about the useful language itself. But of course, it depends. You're going to use this, depends on the person you are talking to. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's have um, this example. Alright, so I am going to show you an email. It is an email from Stephanie, and she write on a letter to Claudia. Okay, so the subject is Hi from Scotland. Alright,
Yeah.
so are you ready now?
Yes.
Yes. So can you please read the email?
Yes. Dear Claudia, I hope you are well. I just had an email from your friend Christine. She wants to rent a room in my house this summer. Could you tell me a bit about her age, personality, etc., and what she likes doing, so that I can see if she would fit in with the family? Please be honest. Send my regards to your family, and I hope to hear from you soon. Best wishes, Stephanie.
Okay, so thank you so much. So let's first have your pronunciation, of course. That's very important. Basically, some of the words here, you pronounce it very good, all right? But let's have your intonation, of course. All right, so let's have this. Can you say this word? Regards.
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 Okay, and in terms of intonation, let's have this. Okay, so since you're asking a question, I can see if she would fit in with the family. One more time. I can see if she would fit in with the family. Okay, so you are asking a question. So the intonation in the end of the sentence is higher. Okay,
Yeah.
can you try it?
I can see if she would fit in with the family.
Okay, very good. You got it correct. So of course we have this one. So we have an exclamatory point. Okay, so we have this. Okay, an exclamatory point in the end. So it will be, please be honest.
Please be honest.
Yes, one more time.
Please be honest.
Okay, so very good. This email is from Stephanie. Okay, so she wrote it for Claudia. Alright, so it is about telling the personality of a person, right? So, for example, we have the age, the personality, and what she likes doing. It means the answer of Claudia must be in the form of describing, okay? Describing a person. And that is our lesson tonight, right? So let's see how Claudia responds, okay, to this email. So here is the email. Okay, so from Claudia to Stephanie. Yes, so subject is hi from Switzerland. All right, so hi Stephanie. So can you please read the following?
Yeah. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for your email. Of course, I can tell you about Bristol. Bristol? Bristol? Is it right? Bristol. Is it right?
Hello,
Uh, can you correct me the Bristol?
Crystal.
Bristol.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. She is 21 and she is studying law with me. I think she is quite extrovert and very sociable. So,
Yeah. So later on,
sociable.
yeah. So later on, Hang, after you read this, I am going to correct some words. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I think she is quite extrovert and very sociable. Has lots of friends. She's also very good with children. She has a young stepbrother and several young cousins. And I know she likes playing with them. She is incredibly hardworking and responsible. He passed on her exams last year, which is more than I did. She likes going out, seeing films, and listening to music, but not rock or heavy metal. So don't worry about noise. And she is happy to do things on her own. She is very independent. So you won't really have to look after her. Her parents are divorced and she lives with her mother and stepfather. But she also sees her father regularly. The only negative things I can think of are that she's a bit untidy. Her room is usually in a mess, and that her English is, well, not brilliant. But I'm sure she'll learn fast. I think she's really nice, and that you and the family will get on well with her. I hope that's useful. Let me know if you need any more information about her. Love, Claudia. P.S. I attached a photo of the two of them.
Okay, so thank you so much, Hank, for reading this paragraph. It's really long. Okay, so first, let's have your pronunciation, of course. We have here extrovert.
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 Ex- extrovert.
All right, so we have sociable.
Sociable.
Yeah, so that is sociable. Okay, so yeah, we have brother.
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 All right, and also we have this one, seeing films.
Seeing film.
One more time.
Seeing film.
Okay, what about this? Independent.
Independent.
Divorced.
Divorced.
One more time. Divorced.
Divorced.
Mhm. Untidy.
Untidy.
Think.
Think.
Okay, so most of the words you pronounce it very good. Okay, but so you will notice here, Han, that this email is a response of Claudia to Stephanie. And basically, they are talking about Crystal, who is 21 years old girl. Okay? And Claudia described Crystal, right? So she said a lot of things about Crystal here in an email.
yeah,
Alright? And you will notice here in the in an email in our slide now. So you will notice some wrong spelling, right?
yeah,
Which is with the line of color red. Okay? Can you see it?
yeah. Yes, I
Yeah?
can see
Yes.
that.
So because
Spelling.
yes.
Yeah.
All right.
B
So
Y. Yeah.
yes. So you will notice the five wrong spelling words. All right? Because if you're going to respond or make an email, okay, there are also a structure on how to write it very well. And in the end of an email, you have to make sure that all of all your spellings and grammars is very good. Okay? That is very necessary. So let's have this. Okay. Imagine you receive Stephanie's email asking about a friend of yours. Okay. So, of course, you are going to write an email to answer it. And this is the first one. Okay. This is the first step. Of course, you have to write, okay, an email to answer it. Second, okay, the second one is plan what you're going to write using the paragraph, of course. All right, so the response needed is based on the email that you received from the writer, and we have here this. Okay, so yeah, so this one we have paragraph 1 to 4. Okay, so because you will notice here the last one. Right, so plan what you're going to write using the paragraph, and these are the paragraph that you can follow. Right, of course, the first one is age, family, work, or study. All right, you're going to describe a person. First, starting with the age of his or her, the family, the work itself, or if he or she is still studying. Alright? So, the paragraph 2, you can include the personality or the good side of that person. The third paragraph, you will explain the habits or the interest of that person. Okay, that is very important. And the last one is you can tell any negative things about his or her. Okay, yes. So I hope that you understand this one. So,
Yeah.
and the last part of making an email is to check. And this is very important. This is the thing that I've told you a while ago, that check the email for mistakes. For example, the grammar,
Yeah.
if you are also using a correct punctuation marks, right? And also the spelling. Are you familiar with punctuations?
No.
Punctuations, it's dot. Okay, we have dot.
Oh.
Yeah, I am going to write this for you. Okay, so in terms of punctuation, we have the dot. Okay, if you're going to stop the sentence, the comma, if you're going to pause for a moment, if you're going to ask a question, if you're going to show your feelings, shout
Yeah.
a bit, right? So we also have this one, or single. Okay, we also have this, right? Okay, and this also one. All right. So these are the example of punctuation marks. All right. So you have to make sure that you use the correct punctuation. Okay, the
Yeah.
grammar, and of course the spelling of all the words that you're going to use. All right. So these are the ways on how to write an email. Okay, so first we have, of course, to answer. Okay, to answer it, write an email to answer it, plan,
Yeah.
and check.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope, Hang, that this is very clear to you. Okay,
Yes. Yes. It's
so
very clear, but it's difficult for me. Is the difficult for me is the grammar.
oh, really?
Yes, because I am not sure I can write read the right grammar.
Let me give you some tip.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you love reading? What I mean is, do you have your free time to read some dictionaries, words and dictionaries, right?
Yeah.
Because you know what? Every time I make an email, I
Mhm.
really love reading and looking some words in dictionaries. For example, I want to use this word, but I'm not sure what does it mean. So, yes. So what I am going to do is to search it in dictionary to look for the meaning itself and to make sure what it is word all about. And sometimes, if I am going to use a word, if you feel it's really hard to use in a sentence, you can use the basic, right? Since you are learning English, so it is better to use or to start from the basic words,
Yeah.
okay, to make your grammar better. Okay, and as time goes by, and you will explore a lot of things or words in the English language, I think you will enhance your grammar. And from basic one, you are going to use the best words, okay, it for your email or for the message that you're going to form. All right. What about spelling? Are you good in spelling? I
Oh,
think so.
but the spelling for me is easy because I can check in dictionary too.
Yes, you can check in dictionary too, right?
Yeah.
Punctuations, it's really easy. That is for stop, comma is for pause, right?
Yeah.
Yes, something like that. Okay, but in grammar form, you can search. Okay, for example, you are going to read a specific sentence or paragraph or stories. So every time you hear or every time you see some new words, okay, try to check it first. What's the real meaning of this? So you can use that in forming a sentences or an email very better. Okay, so so Han, I hope that you learned something from me tonight in our lesson. So we don't have enough time.
Yes. And let me ask you one question.
Oh, sure.
This is the assignment for me. Reply an email. That means I image an email from my friends, and I
Oh
will
no.
no.
Yes. So, yes. So, this is just our lesson tonight and my tip for you. Okay?
Oh,
So, yes, the email is just an example for you to know how to write an email if you're going to describe a person. Okay? So, you don't have to worry about that email. I know
no,
that
I
you
don't
are
worry.
busy
But
doing.
I intend to write an
Oh,
email to
really?
reply another, and I think tomorrow I send it to you and you can correct me.
Oh, okay.
Because I think that
Okay.
I
So
think
if you
so.
have your time and you can do the email, try to send it to me. Okay?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I am going to
yeah,
check your email.
yes,
Don't worry about that.
yeah.
Wow. So thank you so much, Hang. I am going
Thank
to
you.
wait for your email, okay? So just free to send if you have it.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank
yeah.
you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you
so much.
for
Have a
your
good
time.
night.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Tongue beat.